Good morning, good morning. Here we are, another Saturday Somethings with Mats. Hi, I'm Mats, and I have my good friend Nick Weaver from Chateau back with me today, and it's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful lineup. There's so much happening today in Colorado. You have the Greek Festival, you have Juneteenth, you have Father's Day weekend, it's the beginning of Pride Week, you have the Colorado Avalanche Game 2 of the Stanley Cup, and then you have Nick Weaver with these amazing French rosés that I can't even talk about. So I'm going to let you do the talking, and I will just be your sidekick.
Well, lots to celebrate, and always, a great way to celebrate that is with some beautiful rosé. What I love to say is, winemakers can make rosé anywhere in the world, but there's nothing like Provence rosé. It's much like what champagne is to sparkling wine, right? Provence is the birthplace of the style in southern France, and the terroir, the land, if you will, the soils, the climate is all perfect for making the best pink wines on the planet. And we think we do some of the best at Chateau d'Esclans, and many different price points and styles to choose from. So hopefully you walk away saying there's much more to rosé than you thought.
Right. The first one is the beach, and I'm representing the beach because I'm beachy today.
You look great.
Thank you. And you,
Thank
matching
you,
all of the rosés. So tell us about the beach.
Awesome. So the beach is our kind of, step into the category. And the idea is if you're enjoying California rosé or maybe some other French rosé, this is kind of a gateway drug. You're jumping into true rosé, which is from Provence, France. So this is all from the Provence area. You get a great herbaceousness in the wine and this mineral stone quality that you would just not find out of any other region. You may recognize this label. We were the Palm previously.
Right.
We've changed the name to the Beach because we're taking a stand against protecting all of our waterways and beaches across the country. We're the official wine of the Surfrider Foundation, which is an incredible activist group from coast to coast here in the US. And here in Colorado, we're going to be cleaning up rivers and lakes and parks in support of local community. So a lot of great things to get behind. And when you're done doing good work, right, you'd enjoy some rosé. So
Absolutely.
grab the beach.
I like this because it has a beautiful softness to the nose. Some strawberries, a little bit of pomegranate, and when I tasted it, it was dry and clean, very crisp, very easy drinking. I know people say that a lot. You can just sit wherever with whomever and just drink, but this is just delicate.
Don't even need a wine opener.
No.
Screw cap. Boom.
Yep, love
There you
it,
go.
love it. Beautiful. What about the beach?
Awesome. Well, let's jump into the Whispering Angel,
Okay.
the one and only, the iconic wine that really started all the rosé craze in the U.S. Kind of got going outside of New York in the Hamptons area.
Sure.
It was so popular they called it Hampton Water, so that's where the original name Hampton Water comes from. And it's a much more delicate style. Whereas we use all red grapes in the beach, we use Grenache and Cinsault, red grapes for whispering, but then we blend in a little bit of what we call roll. It is the French name, roll, but in Italy, it's Vermentino. Nice. I could have lobbed up a trivia question.
That's okay.
But it brings a citrus quality, a stone-fruited quality that you really don't get out of other rosés. So this is incredible stone fruit note. Tell me if you are grabbing that out of the glass.
Oh, absolutely. You get a little slate, a little minerality. They're still dry. I want our viewers at home to know that these are going to be very dry and very austere and very elegant with notes of finesse and beauty when it comes right down to it. Just, it's a pretty wine.
Very pretty.
It really is.
The world's most glamorous rosé, the world's most luxurious rosé portfolio is Chateau d'Esclans, and especially the Whispering Angel.
I love it. And for our viewers at home, Provence is located very, very southern part of France along the French Riviera, just a little bit north of Saint-Tropez. And so you get these beautiful maritime Mediterranean climates growing aspects that just add to the beauty of these rosés.
Yeah, there's a term called garrigue. And
Yes.
It's these wild herbs that grow, lavender, thyme, rosemary, and you can really pick them up in the wine. The wines take on some of those wild herbs that grow around the vineyards. That's
A little sage, a little
Yeah.
lemon zest, a little bit of sea salt, and it's just beautiful because you could pair this with salmon, you could pair it with ceviche, you could pair it with fried chicken. I mean, it's so versatile, a good rosé.
absolutely. You know, if you think about it's a little bit of white wine, it's a little bit of red wine, right? It's kind of
Right.
in the middle. So your pairing options are
Limitless.
galore, limitless. And you know, hey, why not some caviar, right?
Oh, that would be nice. So number 3.
Great. So let's jump into the Rock Angel.
Okay.
You know, before Whispering Angel was kind of the top of the pyramid. Like you didn't get much more of a fine wine out of rosés, and so we wanted to kind of give the customer something that they could trade up into a more full-bodied, a more structured example. So taking some of those Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc drinkers and keep them in the rosé category with a wine that's a serious wine. So this is still, you know, Grenache based, made from red grapes. We blend a little bit of our roll into it, but part of the wine we do a barrel fermentation, whereas we use only stainless steel with the first couple wines. That helps like relax the fruit and bring out some of these tertiary components
Absolutely.
that maybe aren't so fruit forward, right?
Right.
Makes the wine more complex, and then we age it on its lees for a little bit longer time. So whereas we're 2021 vintage, fresh vintage on the other wines, we're 2020 on Rock Angel.
Okay.
We'll always be a vintage behind,
Sure.
so you don't actually have to have, when you get into serious rosé,
Right.
it doesn't have to be young and fresh. It can age actually and grow in taste profile and complexity. So tell me what you think.
I love the color to begin with because it's not, you know, bright pink or bright red. It's muted. It's a little bit of a salmon quality
Yeah.
that is just representative of the whole scheme of this beautiful portfolio, because you could pair this with skirt steak, flank steak, something heavier than salmon or an appetizer, because it would really stand up to the food. And it's just so dry and so inviting. And that's the beauty about these rosés, because summer is a couple days away, although in Colorado we've been having a lot of summer. And today,
First day of summer.
Yep, today's
Tuesday, 21st.
absolutely. So I hate to do it, but we've got one more beautiful rosé, which is going to knock everybody's socks off, and to let people know it's not cheap. This is about $100 a bottle, and for a rosé, you have to come down, buy this, taste it, share it with your family, your friends, your loved ones, because how often do you get to try a $100 bottle of rosé? Although, Miss Sheila, we'll put it on sale, so I'm gonna let you talk about the last one.
So in the same way that Champagne and Burgundy and Bordeaux are considered the best wines in the world, there wasn't an answer to that in Provence. Sacha Lachine is the founder of this winery. He really set out with a mission to make the greatest rosé in the world. We found this incredible estate called Chateau d'Esclans with these pure limestone soils.
Sure.
They're very high in elevation for Provence, around 1,000 to 1,500 feet. And what's really special is he found 100-year-old Grenache vines. This is unheard of. Grenache can get quite old for its vine age, but to find that in Provence was rare. So this wine is made 100% from 90 to 100-year-old vines. And then we age it in barrel for an entire year on its lees. And you know, if you're a fan of white Burgundy, if you're a fan of Blanc de Blanc Champagne or Tête de Cuvée Champagne, this is the absolute answer for you.
Yes.
I mean, Mats, tell me what you think. Is this Burgundy?
I can't even talk about it. It's so supple, it's so fragrant, it's so dry and elegant. I mean, to be honest, this is the first time I've tried this $100 bottle of rosé, and it just screams luxury. You look at the
Insane.
the
Sorry.
website. I know it's
Oh my gosh.
gorgeous.
Wow.
It's served everywhere from Beverly Hills to Monaco, and rightfully so.
To Cherry Creek.
Oh, okay. Because it's just so special.
It is.
And I'm so glad that you brought this to share not only with me, but to everybody who's going to come down to Argonaut, because everybody needs to treat themselves.
You guys have a
From-
great price on
Oh
this.
yes, from time to
Um,
time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to explore, if you love white Burgundy, if you love Champagne, you gotta treat yourself. The wine is absolutely immaculate.
It is.
It's like nothing I've personally ever tasted.
Right. It's beautiful, and that's what commands that $100 price tag, are the 100-year-old Grenache vines. So it just goes hand in hand, and everybody out there, I think they're worth it to come on down, try, explore, and taste this wine.
Thank you.
Because it's just been such a treat. And I can't thank you enough, Nick, because you've opened my eyes to these wonderful rosés. And I'm hoping that everybody out there will come on down to Argonaut, because summer is upon us, so many celebrations happening, and why not just enjoy the celebrations with these wines? So thank you,
You're
and
welcome.
cheers, and everybody come on down to Argonaut. I just can't tell you how special today really was. So thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Cheers.